In this episode of the Marf Garage, we start fixing this 121. Alright, since I've been a little bit frustrated by the rocker cover gasket, I thought, well, let's just get ahead and do the other parts, and when the other gasket arrives, then we'll fit that. So let's get into this and knock this out, okay? Alright, so here with the rocker cover, and we've already undone all the bolts here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've even undone that just so we can pop the throttle cable off. Then we can pop the rocker cover off and change the gasket. But at the same time, we're going to clean this up, and you know how I do. I want it looking schmick. So I've got the rocker cover off, and I'm looking at the gasket here, and I'm not seeing any problems here, guys. Like, I'm not seeing any splits or breaks or anything like that. Same thing on the other side. I'm not seeing anything untoward. Bit of oil up there, but there's nothing wrong with that rocker cover gasket at all. So here's another strike against the mechanic, because not only did they not diagnose the part that was the problem, they've charged them for, or quoted them to change a part that wasn't broken. Oh well, it's $20 extra that I've spent because I've gone and got an extra rocker cover gasket, but yeah, it just makes me wonder, like, how can mechanics get away with charging crap like this when they don't even know themselves? It's pretty obvious that the oil leak has come from the timing cover gasket and is sprayed everywhere across the rest of the rocker cover. So we'll have to wait a couple of days for that gasket still to come in. But now that I've got the rocker cover off, I'll clean it up, and let's clean that up. And then we'll get on to the next things, which is change the dizzy cap, and we'll pop the car up and change the bushings on the lower control arms. So we've got the cam cover drying there, and we've also got all the accessories, so the bolts and the clips and the oil cap. So we'll just let that dry, and we'll get into the next stage. But in the meantime, let's look at this dizzy cap. So we're going to have to knock this off and change that over. Then we can pop the rocker cover gasket on if we want, but we've still got to change the timer cover gasket, so I might pop that off first. Wouldn't you just love it? Can't get it off just by that little bit of the bolt there that's connected to the ground wire here. So I'll have to take that off, and then it should slide off. So close yet so far. I actually have to take the grounding off, so yeah. But if you have a look on this side, look how close it is. It's just smacking against the engine mount. And the last thing I want to do is have to take that off. So after struggling and heaving and everything, I'm just push this back down. I'm going to have to do these 3 bolts here, pop the jack underneath, and rest the engine on it so I can get this stupid cover off. But here's the fun thing. Because I've still got all that, I can't even find half my power tools right now. So I'm going to have to dive through that, find all my stuff, and then get back into this. So might be tomorrow, might be the next day. Just when I get my power tools, then we're back on. Alright, so it's the next day, and rather than screw around with putting everything up on jacks and messing about too much with the motor, we've got the cam cover here, ready to go, and might as well do what I do and get wire wheel. Now, one issue. I can't find anything in all this crap. Now, we've made a shelf over there, so we can put all our power tools, but we've still got to sort all of it out. But, not to fear. I've got some stuff back here. Because I can't find my normal wire wheel and hammer drill. I'm going to get this one out, which is my spare. And I was going to put it up as a giveaway, but that just means I have to go get a new one and give that one away instead. And when I get to 250, I'll be offering one of these as a giveaway. So I'm only 4 subs away, so hit that subscribe button, get me up past 250, and that way I can offer it up as a prize. So here's that cam cover. Let's get it going, put the hammer drill to use, and get this all cleaned up, ready for paint. Look at this, guys. Got a new guest. How you going, buddy? Anyway, now I've got this all wire wheeled back. I'll give it a clean up with some wax and grease remover, and then we'll paint it, and it should be looking nice by the end of the day. And I've also got to remove that rubber grommet there too. Now I've had this primed and ready to paint, but as you can see here, there's little imperfections, and it was really getting up my craw. So I've given it a final coat, and I'm just going to let it dry overnight and re-attack this in the morning, so I make sure that I get a decent paint job on it. So what I might do is put this up probably over there near the dog, and we should be good to go for tomorrow. Alright, so I just gave it a quick wet sand just because I was a bit unhappy with the back here where there was a lot of drip marks and stuff, so it's sort of fixed up. But it's not perfect, but it's good enough. I can now put the top coat, or the base coat, and then the top coat, and then the clear coat. So we'll get into that. Alright, so we've got this mad metal cast on here. Let this dry, then we'll hit it with the purple, and she's gonna look perfect. And there she is, guys, fully painted. Yummy. Wait for this to dry. Slap some clear coat on it. We'll bang that back on. Okie doke. With the cam cover done over here, we can work on the other jobs. So first thing I'm going to do is knock out the Dizzy Cap, which is quite easy. And I'm going to show you guys a quick hack to make sure that you never screw up your coils. Or I should say leads. But anyway, I've got my old distributor still on, and I've got my new distributor here. Now, as you can see, I've already started. I've got the first one on here. But basically what I've done is lined them up, looked which one goes where. So it's like, yep. And then I'm just going to transfer the lead from the bad distributor cap to the good distributor cap, whip the bad one off, put the good one back on, and that side of it will be good to go. Then we can just pop the car up and start on the bushings. Okay, doke. We're now under the front left of the 121 here, and we've got to change these bushings here. So if you can see, hang on, try and get it to focus a bit better. If you can see the cracking on all that, it's a bit too far gone. And you see there, I'm going to have to put one rubber on that side, one rubber on that side of this knuckle that joins up to the hub here. So what I've noticed here is the sway bar itself goes straight through to the other side here, where it's held on by that split pin castle nut. So, oh, it's not even really a castle nut, that's just a hex head. Yeah, really, it's a hex head. Whereas that one there is a proper castle nut. But yeah, just a hex head and a split pin. Remove that. The sway bar should pop out. That should pop out. Should be able to just put the rubbers on the other side and then slide the sway bar back through and should be good to go. Alright, so family life got in the way this afternoon, and after picking up the boy I had to go do some shopping, and as you can probably see from the window there, it is now night time. But I'm going to burn this midnight oil for you guys. So, in my hand here is a little sway bar measuring tool. And the reason why I've got that, I'm going to take you to the car and I'll show you. So we're over here. And yep, I've gone modern. I've got a light underneath. It's not Schumacher, but it'll do. So, we've got our sway bar. We've got the bushing there. And I want to get new bushings. Now, we're already replacing those outer ones out there, but we need to change these ones. Now, there's two available. There's a 22mm and a 24mm. And the way I'm going to do this is we're going to wrap this around the sway bar. And it's going to be fun doing this one-handed. So we're going to have the line there. All right. Wrap finger around. Come on. Try to do this and hold the camera at the same time. Alright. There we go. Let's see what we've got here. If it went super tight, it would be 21, but we'll say 22mm. So that means I need the smaller of the two bushings there. So what I'll do, I'll pop these off. As you can see, I've got them both off at the moment. So I'll pop these bushings off, pop the new ones on, and we'll slide these back in and bolt the sway bar back up. Alright, so one's over there done, and here is the other one. And I'm going to do this one-handed once again. I've got some grease. There we go. Bloop. And put a heap on it. There we go. I'm going to do the same thing on this side. Yeah, I'll heap out. So I've got some grease on both of them. Get my finger. We go inside. Go all around the outside. Yep. Because everyone knows that you need enough lube for a job like this. So here's a grease there. Take the remaining bits, excess. Get this one. Let's get this one done. And inside as well. So go all the way through. Make sure you get both sides. Put it there on that. Same with that one. All the way through. There we go. Two lubed up bushings ready to go into the passenger side. So as you can see here, I've got new bushings on, new split pin on, wrapped around. And I've just got to tighten the split pin up on the other side, because I've got it in. I've just got to curl it around. Give you guys a bit of lighter. Let's see if you guys can see it. But yeah, it's on there. Just got to curl it around. As you can see here, guys, we've got the sway bars done up. On there, we've only got one on because my dumbass threaded the nut thanks to using the impact a bit too much. Hang on, I'll go find it. So here's the nut right here. And get into a bit of light. Come on, focus. Focus. There we go. Yep. Nice and smooth there, no more threads. I have to get a new nut for this, for the sway bar link. And with that being said, that is all the things done. So we've got the outer bushings for the lower control arms, distributor cap changed, and we've also redone the rocker cover while we change the rocker cover gasket. So I've just got to wait for the timing cover gasket, which will arrive when Victoria gets out of lockdown. Screw you, Sydney. I am absolutely pissed off that that crap has escaped that state and is all around the country at the moment. So if you're as pissed off as I am about it, give the video a thumbs up. This is the Marv Garage. Peace, guys.